Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of Sound Design. Today we're going to be creating the lead from Umet Özkan's Jaguar. We're going to be creating the super saw drop lead, and it's going to be a very simple one. This is how it's going to sound like. Alright, so pretty much it's going to be a standard super saw drop lead just like every other, except just a few things are going to be changed. So it's the standard big room house kind of drop sound. So let's get straight into it. Make sure to like my Facebook page at facebook.com/SemRoadMusic for the presets. And don't forget to like the Evolution of Sound page for the new bank I released with FL Studio RMK called Massive vs. Silent 1. Alright guys, so pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to leave everything as it is right now. We're going to go into Oscillator A1. We're going to up it by 8 voices. We're going to put detunement at 4.86. Let's put it straight at 12 o'clock though. So around 5. Should be perfect. We're going to turn the retrig off. And that's pretty much going to allow the sound to kind of spread out a little bit more, since the phase is not returning back to where it was. So the phase just keeps going, so it doesn't reset every time a new note is played. We're going to go into amp envelope A. We're going to lower the attack all the way down to 0. We're going to put sustain up all the way, no decay. And we're going to put a release of 2.69. But you can choose to put it up a little bit further if you want. It's just going to give it a tail. So if I put the release up, so it's up to you guys how you guys choose to do it. So I have it at 3.32. Now for Oscillator A2, we're going to have another saw with 8 voices. And we're going to put the volume up all the way. Detunement is going to be at 6 for this one, so a little bit different from the first one. No need to have them in the same. You always want to add a little variation between sounds so they don't clutter up in a certain frequency or sound the fucking same, to be honest. And then pretty much all we're going to do is turn the retrig off, put detunement, and that's it. 8 voices as well. We're going to go to filter A. We're going to put input select A. We're going to put a low pass type filter with 24 dB setting on. The difference between 12 dB and 24 dB is just the amount of sound being filtered. So a 12 dB will not cover up as much sound as a 24 dB. So pretty much that's the difference there. We're going to put the cutoff at 12, resonance down, no drive. So it should be like that by default. We're going to go into filter control. We're going to move the cutoff to around 3 o'clock and a little bit of resonance like below before 9 o'clock. You guys can see it here. No warn drive and no key track is on. Okay, next we're going to go into part B. Part B, we're going to utilize some white noise with 1 voice. Retrig is on that, so the phase returns back, so it's going to be more in the center. We're going to put a voice of volume of 0.43. The reason for that is because if you were to play the noise all high, it will be too loud. And even here, the noise is a little bit too loud, just because you can hear those higher frequencies at lower volumes better than the lower frequencies. So pretty much just 1 voice, lower that, stereo, and pretty much we're done here. We're going to put the part B, the release, at 1.55, but let's move it up a bit so we have the disc trailing a little bit back. Okay, and then we're going to go into Oscillator B2, where we're just going to put another saw with 8 voices. Let's put the volume at 12 o'clock. Reason for that is we don't want the sounds to clutter. We are running with 3 super saws, pretty much 8 voices each, and it can get pretty loud. And since we're keeping the sustain knob up, pretty much we're going to get max volume here. So we're going to leave this at 12. 8 voices, detunement at 4.24, so a little bit different than, the last ones. And then no filter for this because we don't want to filter this part. Finally, we're going to go into the imported section of mod envelope 1. We're going to put the decay at 0.29, and we're going to put pitch AB here, and we're going to move the black knob all the way up. And we're going to put cutoff AB, and we're going to move it all the way up, so this filter opens up every time a note is played. Next, we're going to go into LFO 1, and we're going to apply modulation, LFO modulation to pitch AB, so both of them. At a value of 1.52, we're going to increase the gain of 0.86, and this is going to be at the rate of 128 D. Next, we go put the cutoff AB here. We're going to put this at 2 o'clock. And again, it's going to be routed by this same LFO, and we're just going to have it at a value of 2. So pretty much what's going to happen, the filter is going to be opening, going back and forth, opening and closing really fast, while at the same time the envelope's pushing it to open, pushing it. So it's going to give you a nice punchy big room sound effect. We're going to go here and we're going to put the mono legato on. We're going to put a portamento at 3.71, and we're going to put it into slide mode. Next, we're going to go into the distortion. We're going to put a foldback type distortion unit on this with the value at 3.14 and dry and wet all the way up. We're going to have an EQ, a 1-pole type EQ. We're going to lower the bass from the default of 7.86 down to 3.86 at the frequency of 211.46. And we're going to increase treble by 7.50 dB. It's going to be like that by default at the frequency of 335.20. We're going to add some reverb as well. We're going to put it at 36.19%. We're not going to put the pre-delay up. We want it to play with the sound. Pre-delay is going to decide how long it takes for the reverb to kick in. And then we're going to pretty much put the size up to 5.60. We're going to dampen the sounds all the way and width all the way up. And pretty much with that, we're just going to increase the main volume. That's to 7.76. We're going to put the pitch bend range. You can put it at 12, wherever you desire. It's just going to allow you to pitch bend more. So I had it at 12. Let's just leave it there. And pretty much we have the sound. And we pretty much have it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'll try to do it as fast as possible so you don't waste enough time. You can download the preset on my Facebook page as always, and I'll see you guys next week. Or not next week, maybe tomorrow for another sound design episode. Anyway guys, thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys.